Sapiencia's channel. Today on Citizens Forum, we'll be talking about what to Citizens Forum is the biggest story of today. And that is Southeast Nigeria, as the wave of protests continue to rock around the country. Ndigbo have been called not to be part of this conversation. Today on Citizens Forum, we are going to hear from the horse's mouth himself and talk about what does this directive really mean, why this directive at this very point in time, and why should Ndigbo heed to this call. I'll make connection with my guest right now. He has assured me to pick up the phone. Hello. Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning and welcome to Citizens Forum on Sapiencia's channel.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. My guest today on Citizens Forum is well known to every Nigerian home, not just Nigeria, but across the world. My guest today on Citizens Forum is a father, a fine gentleman, and he is Chief Dr. Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, CFR, OFR, MFR, Aha, Ejiagamba Ndigbo. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Let's really talk about this because we saw a love letter written from our fathers, Ohanaeze and Ndigbo, to Ndigbo. And as it goes, we just want to reach out to you because it was said you signed this letter. To confirm, first of all, is this letter coming from you, and what is the inspiration behind this letter at this point in time, sir?
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations for this your efforts towards making Nigeria a better society. I'm very happy. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I signed the letter. My name is Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu. On 30th April, at the old government house, Enugu, where Dr. Nandi lived and operated, I was sworn in as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. And on that occasion, I automatically became the leader of Igbo people everywhere. After I was sworn in, I made a promise to Igbos that I will serve them with all my energy, all my resources. I'll do everything I can to restore confidence, to restore hope, to make them not feel frustrated and abandoned, because at the time I came in, there was a scepter of hopelessness, frustration. It was clear that many Igbos have lost hope and lost faith. Even in Nigeria, young people were going about talking about IPOB, and I told them, look, during my tenure, I will restore hope. I will make sure they come together and then we'll all work together and we'll all achieve and get what benefit we can. Now, the letter was written by me. And frankly, when you read that letter, I don't want to waste your time. The letter had been widely circulated in the media. It reflects exactly how I feel and how many people feel. So I gave that directive to our people because I will be embarrassed if after all we have suffered in Nigeria, they will now join even those who saw us suffering without even raising any voice, without talking of any demonstration in our favor, to go and start demonstrating. Yes, I agree that there is hardship in Nigeria. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are hungry. You see that the economy is in distress. But you see, Igbos have been pushed to this for long. Many Igbos in Nigeria have been pushed to this and we have been struggling. So in effect, Igbos are already used to this type of hardship. So it's nothing new to us, but it's new to other parts of Nigeria. That's why they're grumbling. During the election, this year's presidential election, in 1999, we all agreed on zoning. At various political conferences, the presidency was zoned north and south.
Yeah.
This year, it is supposed to be, 2023 it was south. And at the time, South have got the presidency, Southwest have got more than once. It was clear to everybody that it was turn of Southeast. But unfortunately, some of our people, some part of this country came together, ganged up against the Igbos and made sure that we didn't get the presidency, even though we put up a young man, Peter Obi, whom we believe, by the grace of God, could be able to do the job. Well, we still, he lost nomination in all the major parties. He eventually got nomination in a Labour Party, which was not a popular party. But still, other men of goodwill from other parts of Nigeria joined us in voting for him. And he did remarkably well. When the result was announced, he didn't win, but he of course claimed he won. I'm not in a position to know who won and who lost. I'm not in INEC. But he went to court, and then he went up to Supreme Court. And Supreme Court said that Tinubu was the winner. Yep. Once the Supreme Court makes a verdict in any country, it's only God that can change it. So after that, as a leader of Igbos, I called Igbo leaders all over the world. And they agreed with me that we didn't have any choice in interest of Nigeria, in interest of one Nigeria, in interest of progress, of everything that we stand for. We should all rally around Tinubu and see what he can do to improve the economic situation, to improve the social situation in Nigeria, because a lot have been bad, including the economy, the security, everything. So my people agreed, and we communicated. Then suddenly, obviously, he has taken decisions. The decision to remove subsidy, decision to float the currency. Yeah. These are decisions taken, which has caused us a lot of problems. But people now started demonstrating, because the hardship is very deep on people. It's deep in Igbos too, but Igbos are used to hardship already. Because he who is down needs to no fall. Igbos are down already. We are down already, so we don't need any fear, any fall. So Igbos now, I told them as their leader that they should endure. We are not going to join this group because it's not a better option. You ask yourself, when you are doing something, what option? First of all, the way I look at the nation, the only way the president can leave is if he's pitched or if the military take over. The truth about it is that the ruling party has got very strong political strength in the National Assembly. It's not going to be easy for anybody to think of impeachment. Now, the other option is military rule. Igbos will not accept military rule. We want democracy. Democracy is good. That is why we can express ourselves. Igbos don't want a military. Igbos believe in democracy. So we have decided to throw our support to Tinubu. That is what we have decided. As we held a meeting in Enugu, leaders, I invited leaders to a meeting in Enugu on last week, Thursday. That meeting again was held at the old government house in Enugu. And Igbo leaders unanimously endorsed my position and that of INEC working with me. They endorsed our position and they complimented me, and then they also said that we are going to draw our support for Tinubu. We are going to hold another meeting towards the middle to end of March. March. Yeah. During that meeting, to be a bigger meeting of Igbo leaders, we will also get some top Igbo economists, leaders, and experts to sit down and advise on how we can improve things in Nigeria. We are prepared to work with Tinubu if he wants to work with us. But if you think Igbos are not important and so on, then it's okay. We wish them well. But we have now said, even though we didn't vote for him, but frankly speaking, apart from this problem of the currency problem, he has shown signs. And besides, as I've always said, he was the governor of Lagos State. As a governor of Lagos State, he was fair and good to Igbos. So there is we have no reason whatsoever. Why we didn't vote for him is because we believe it was a turn from the zoning system in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But some people outside southern Nigeria ganged up. I mean, people basically from the north. You'll be surprised that even some, I have a lot of respect. For the Yorubas. Because you see, many Yorubas joined to campaign for P2B. I have a lot of respect for them. But basically some zones in the north were completely against us and then threw their way behind him and he won. So now we have to do everything in the interest of Nigeria because it's not because we have to fight to protect Nigeria. Yep. You see, if Nigeria is collapsing, if Nigeria it fails, everybody will be in trouble. Like now there is hunger. Everybody is hungry. Hunger doesn't know any party, doesn't know any tribe, doesn't know any ethnicity or religion. Yep. So that is why all of us must come together and then wherever the president has made mistake, we will help him to correct it so that we can return back to prosperity and have a very peaceful country where every Nigerian will be very happy and very proud. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. The final question I'm going to ask you, I mean, what you said is so clear. I think it is as clear as the letter you wrote, straight to the point. But then let's also just talk about something that is included in your letter.
Yes.
Now, you made mention of the fact that when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, you said he was fair to the Igbo.
Yes.
But then in same letter, you also talked about something. You said post-2023 elections. And I'm asking you this as a father and the leader of Ndigbo. You said post-2023 elections that Igbo businesses have been targeted. And you also said one of the reasons why all of these things are happening is to cripple whatever political future Ndigbo will have. So, just like you talked about in the letter, and you've also said here, that you are looking forward to assembling a group of economists, top brains, and the Ndigbo are not in shortage of all of these people across the world. And I'm sure when you call, they are going to listen. But what are you also thinking of to put the Igbo business and political future back on the table? Because right now it seems as though wherever it is in Nigeria, for instance, if two animals fight in Kaduna, then Igbo businesses will be targeted. If somebody abuses the Quran, who might even be a Muslim himself, and there is an uprising, Igbos are targeted. If there is a misunderstanding in Abuja, Igbo businesses is just left open for attack anywhere in the country. That is one. The second one is that it had to do with politics. Mr. P2B, whatever gave him that boldness, that was the first time in my generation, in my own generation, that we've seen an Igbo man come out with confidence that he can get the top job. Ndigbo, as it stands now, are people who feel so browbeaten that they can't even aspire for any kind of political position, especially as it has to do with the top job. These two things, business and politics, what idea are you pushing on the table to ensure that Ndigbo get back to, the era we were in the 60s?
Well, I want to tell all Igbos that their sun is rising. I want to tell all Igbos that they should have hope. Things are going to change. Things are definitely going to change. We are Christians and we believe in God. We are also from Muslims. All of us, both the Muslims and we share the same faith in God. Whatever has happened to us we prayed because we have continued to pray to God. I want Igbos as their leader to tell them, please don't stop praying. Go to your churches, and those of you who are Muslims, I know some people are Muslims, go and pray. Pray for Igbos, pray for Nigeria. God never liked injustice. What has been done to Igbos has been unjust, and that is what is causing all these problems we're having up and down. The moment Nigerians stop all this hatred and injustice against Igbos, things will change for everybody. But if they persist on injustice and hatred for Igbos, everybody will continue to have problems. If you look at things happening in Nigeria today, don't you see that there's God's hands in it? So I think really that, first of all, Igbos should continue to give thanks to God for what God has done, in spite of all hatred, as you have narrated, everywhere, whatever happens, they attack us. So we are still surviving. We are still surviving. God is great. We have to continue. So I believe that with God, all things are going to work out well. Now, talking about the business people, yes.
Yeah.
I have that credible. It's credible. Okay, I take for example. There is a question of this question of Abula somewhere in Lagos where Igbo houses were being demolished. I have studied the situation. I went there, and these are Igbo traders. Igbo traders. I went there, and then in fact, I saw the traders. I saw people crying. Some are sick. Some are dead. Even these are people who are not. They don't make their money. Traders make money by getting one naira, 2 naira, until they make millions to buy a house. When he buys that house, he come one morning and see somebody bringing machines to demolish it. I noticed in that thing there was definitely not sufficient notice. The thing was not sufficient because these people bought the land. It was a land they bought from villagers at the time when that place was not under planning. So we are not against the government acquiring any land anywhere because the constitution gives them the right. Government can acquire the right, but any land that government acquires, any land they acquire, they have to pay compensation to the owners for the building and everything. But this one, they say they're not going to pay compensation. But we are saying they must pay. And we are putting it to God in the name of justice, in the name of God Almighty. We can't just cheat poor people. These are poor people. They are very poor people who have managed to lose, and they just go and use government power to deny them the little money they have made over the years. And some of them are sick, some are dying. These are part of the thing, and I notice it's mainly Igbos. We have letters written about closing or taking away all the markets where many Igbo people are traders. We have seen that everywhere. We have had stories that even those people whose certificate of occupancies are not pending in some places like Lagos and Abuja, that we hear that there's also a design that if certificate of occupancy belonging to Igbos will be delayed. And when a businessman's certificate of occupancy is delayed, he probably will not be able to raise banking facilities for his business. We have heard that even when people have licenses at expire, some of them may not be renewed because they're Igbos. We have heard that that people who actually even contracts at the moment, Igbos hardly get contract direct from. If you notice, most Igbos getting contract, it's very difficult for an Igbo man to get contract because there are some people who just hate us. The Igbos normally buy contract from other people because some of these people who are giving the contract cannot execute them. Igbos now buy them, execute them, and then make money from it. So you can see this is our plight, and I believe that Tinubu will help us to change this narrative. If Tinubu can change this narrative, I mean, it's true we didn't vote for him, but he will be sure that we're definitely going to be happy and support him. You see, because the plight we have today, everybody, people know. They give us some reasons. And as I said, for example, we have our kid and kin in River State. Yeah. Our brothers and our sisters in River State. Igbos, we have Igbos in Rivers, we have Igbos in Akwa Ibom, in Bayelsa, in Cross River, in Benue, in Kogi, in Do, in Delta, and of course in the 5 southeast states, Igbos are there. And these are Igbo-speaking people. The demarcation of state is political demarcation. Now, for somebody to go now and then go and brainwash the people, Igbos in some places, telling them that Igbos are weak, they won't get any political power. If you say you're an Igbo, you won't get a job. If you say you're an Igbo, you won't get employment. And you see, because they are being threatened that if they say they're Igbos, they won't get job, they won't get employment, they won't get opportunities. Because of these threats that are being issued, they are now openly renouncing. You can see somebody whose name is Amadi, whose name is Onyeso, whose name is Ikechukwu, whose name is Wachuku, whose name is Nnamdi, whose name is Anyanwu, coming to say he's not an Igbo man. You know, it looks very strange. These are people in these areas, their culture and tradition, they are Igbo. They are Igbos. But they now come openly, and it's not a secret here. Some of them don't even hide. I'm not even ashamed. Some of them even shamelessly come openly to say they're not Igbos. You see, it's just because they have been told that if they say they're Igbos, they will be denied opportunities such as employment, such as contracts, such as this. And you can see some Igbos change their names. I've heard about some young Igbos looking for opportunities, changing their names in order to be able to access opportunities. I think I will stop all this as a leader of Igbos. We are part of Nigeria, and we must be part of Nigeria. We have been helping to build Nigeria. Since 1914, when Nigeria got amalgamated, Igbos have played a major role in shaping the destiny of this country. In independence, it is no doubt that our father, our phobia, Dr. Nandi was a major person who fought the independence. And I want to remind you that in all those colonies that fought independence after the British shared the Nigeria, shared Africa in Berlin in 18something or so, Nigeria is the only country where the person who fought for independence didn't become the president after. If you look at places like Ghana, Kenya, Senegal, Nairobi, you got everywhere in Africa. Those who like Zeke fought for independence were leaders. But in our own case, Zeke made a broadcast and said, as far as he's concerned, all he wants that Nigeria should be independence. That is typical behavior of Igbos. We are very happy and proud to be in Nigeria. But Nigerians are pushing us out, no less. If somebody is part of you, continue to push him out. You profile him what he did not do. There is a military coup in 1966. They profiled it against Igbos, start killing Igbos. There have subsequent coups after that. They were done by other people. But this one, 1966, we Igbos were not happy that great people were killed. Igbos had no reason to remove that government of 1966 because that government had been the best Igbos. But unfortunately, that government was removed and people profiled at the Igbos. Even that government that was, even the coup failed. And it was Ironsi who made it, who fought against it, the commander of the army. And the politicians then nominated somebody to take over from Abubakar Tafawa. But I had the person decline. And in that type of confusion, they handed over power to Ironsi. Ironsi was killed a few months after that. I mean, you know, these are some of the experiences we had in Nigeria. I had a checkered experience in this country. And in spite of all this, we have continued to march on, bringing glory to Nigeria in the field of sports, in the field of education, in the field of engineering, in the field of industry. In every field, we have been marching as proud Nigerians, bearing the banner of Nigeria as very proud Nigerians. Yet, they don't recognize it. I'm not happy about it. And I, as the leader of Igbos today, will make it clear and loud that I will do my best to tell Nigerian leaders to give Igbos not what is not their right. Give us exactly what is our due.
Okay.
Give us exactly what is our due. Don't give us another person's own. Igbos are not greedy people. If you notice, Igbos, when they go to anywhere they go, they have never claimed any place is their own. Igbos live in all the states in this country. They live in virtually all the local governments. Igbos have never gone to claim that the land is their own. Igbos recognize the land belongs to the owners. And if they want land, they buy from owners, they pay. And Igbos also are not selfish. When they stay in a place and prosper and make money, they reinvest that money there. They develop the place. They build houses, they build schools, they build hospitals, they build markets in that place, developing that place. They improve the IGR, they improve the gross GDP, they increase the economy. Some people are now blaming and telling some places are telling Igbos to go. It looks very ridiculous. And somebody can tell a person who has come to a place, developed it, he bought a land, bought a bush, built a house, and now you say he didn't build it. As if you dashed him the house. And you're telling him to go. Tell him to go to where? He has bought the land, he built it. Yep. It's just like somebody now, if Geoman is in London, he has a house, somebody in London says you should go. I mean, this is his house he bought, it's his own house. Yeah. People's house rooms in America, in London, they have never told him to go. But here in Nigeria, I'm surprised some people are telling Igbos to go. Some people are telling Igbos, why didn't you develop Igbo land? Why didn't you develop Igbo land? They are very, I mean, instead of being grateful to us, they forget that a place like Lagos was a capital. If Lagos is a capital, and if any particular group of Igbos came and helped to develop it, they should be praised. Nigeria should be grateful to us for leaving our home and developing Lagos. Because it was our capital. Capital belongs to everybody. Yeah. From years ago, the federal government moved to Abuja. They made it clear money was budgeted and money was kept to relocate the inhabitants. So that Abuja, we were told, has become now a federal capital, a home for everybody. That is what we were told. I'm surprised that today some people are claiming that the Igbos are dominating. Somebody came to me and brought statistics that Igbos are dominated. Somebody brought to me statistics that said that Igbos that they own all this over 8% of investments in Abuja. And these are unverified statistics. But some people are using it to say Igbos are very rich, Igbos have dominated them. But even if they get it, they didn't steal. They worked hard to get it.
True.
Now, the truth about it is that these people now, Igbos have come and helped to develop Abuja. Tomorrow, Igbos should go. Whereas we were told that this is a place for everybody, the original inhabitants have been relocated.
Yeah.
Now, part of the problem we have today is that in the last election, Igbos won in Lagos and won in Abuja. Well, I won't say Igbos, I mean the party of the president as a Labour Party won the presidential election.
Yes.
And people are taking it against us. Even in those elections, if you remember, it's not only Igbos who voted in Lagos, it's not only Igbo voted in Abuja, but people are taking it against us and trying to visit the Igbo business people. We are ready for them. We know what they're doing. We are ready for them. And if anybody wants peace, we are going to give it. Whatever they think. If anybody thinks he can just use us and dump us. Some people have been even saying that an Igbo man cannot be Minister of Federal Capital because this is the first time an Igbo man, Wike is a minister, he's an Igbo man, but I don't know whether he believes it or not.
He has said he's not.
Well, I don't know, but I think we have held a meeting and we have decided that we are going to support him. Ohanaeze will support Wike as a minister of Federal Capital. Because whatever happens, even if he says he's not our son, we know he's our son. Because his name is Wike, his name is Ohanaeze. So he's an Igbo person. We are going to support him. Nobody can say that an Igbo man cannot be minister. We have also been able to get people. I mean, like we have a member of House who is from an Igbo person who is from Abuja. Even the senator, I was with the senator. I saw him not quite long ago as the senator, Mrs. Ndigbo, the senator.
Yeah,
Mrs.
from
Ndigbo.
Labour Party, yes.
Yeah, Labour Party. But he's from Northeast. But obviously, Igbos helped him because both himself and the husband are very the tribalized Nigerians.
Yeah, Babagana Kingibe.
Yes, there are Nigerians who are not they like Igbos, they have done well, and Igbos definitely will continue to give support to those who support them. We're not going to continue to waste time over those who hate us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for being so clear. Thank you for being so coherent. And thank you for spending this time explaining to us. This is exactly what we expect of leadership. Just to tell you that I'm going to keep this up, and we hope when I call next, you pick that call, and we can have the conversations on how to build Igbo land. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, my guest today has been Chief Dr. Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, CFR, OFR, MFR, Ejiagamba Ndigbo. Of course, he's the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. All right, our Citizens Forum continues right now. And this is when we throw open the phone lines and allow you contribute, and let's have a conversation around this. Of course, the main topic of conversation right now is on the letter written by Ohanaeze Ndigbo to Ndigbo. Of course, the numbers to call